Welcome to I Love You, I Kill You,
the podcast where we talk about how much we love each other, but how we kill each other too.
the perfect mix between a true crime podcast and annoying each other.
But we love each other really.
I love you, I kill you. Hi everybody, welcome to I Love You, I Kill You.
Woo! Gabriel's forced me to do it for one more week.
Yeah. It's great. We're so close and we love each other. So, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm okay. We're starting a new diet.
Yeah, it's pretty horrendous.
It's the first day. You're saying I'm acting quite strange?
Yeah, you're acting a bit weird. I keep walking around the corner and you're just staring at me.
I'm not even hungry anymore. I'm not hungry. I'm just like, this is what I think, like, people who play chess or, like, pilots or, like, it feels like I'm on Adderall. Like, I feel incredibly focused.
Yeah.
It's like my brain is using all the nutrients that I didn't.
I wish I could say the same, but I drifted off.
You're like, yeah.
You know what I was thinking about? I was thinking that we're saying, we're starving ourselves. And that, there's going to be someone listening going, you're not supposed to be hungry when you diet and just eat the right things. Fill up your plate with vegetables and all this shit. But
Fill up your plate with vegetables. With vegetables, it's not like we want to eat less food is the thing.
No, but I think you're supposed to have like 50% of your plate is vegetables.
Really?
But
according to like whose mom said that?
Technically, if you class potato as vegetables, which it isn't classed as vegetables, we would have had 50%.
What is a vegetable then? And what's a potato?
I think it's like a starch or a cob. Like it's in the same family as like rice, pasta, whatever.
No, that's a grain.
Yeah, but like the carbs or whatever in your meal.
Potatoes definitely a vegetable.
Well, it is a vegetable, but in the food classes, I don't think it's counted as a vegetable.
What?
I don't know if food classes even... You know that triangle?
Okay, it's a starchy vegetable.
Aha.
Potato, health benefits, and why you should eat more spuds. Oh, that headline is great.
It was written by the Irish.
Yeah.
Just in time for St. Patrick's Day, actually.
Oh my God, yes, St. Patrick's Day. I used to really, really like St. Patrick's Day, and now I'm not really even like it.
I know you're a bit of a Debbie Downer over it. Like, we had fun last year, and I'm like, woo, let's do the same this year. And you're like, well, my diet, I can't have more than 2 Guinnesses.
Yeah, we could. I mean, we could have a little bit of a party, a little bit,
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy.
Because Greg will say you've drink
I
too
know.
much beer.
I saw my mom yesterday, and she was like, Gregory said you're drinking a lot of beer. Gregory's my brother, and my mom is my mom.
Yeah, and she was all like, it's not good for your health. He said you drink too much beer.
Yeah, well, I guess.
I bet he just says you drink a lot of beer.
Yeah.
And then she's translated that to you drink too much.
It's like
you're
saying,
getting large.
Yeah, I'm getting. Well, this is why we started the diet. One day in, MyFitnessPal crossed with Fitbit, crossed with the gym, crossed with eating right.
Didn't go so well for me because I forgot the Fitbit side of things, but
that's fine. You worked out and you ate good, and
just you wait. Summer's coming.
Oh yeah, we're gonna look so great.
Yeah,
we're gonna sound so good for the You Got podcast guys.
Our voices are gonna change. Like, hey. I'll suddenly turn into a Canadian.
Hi.
Hey, everybody.
Wow, don't get boners now.
Sounded quite American, actually.
Yeah, it did.
Hi. When they do that croaky voice thing, even though, like, the American population, if all of the girls who spoke like this actually had throats that made them speak like this, you would think there was like a mutation or something, wouldn't you?
Yeah. It's probably what they ate.
when you need to cough after you've eaten.
Yeah, that would be. I remember like eating any meal and then having to like cough up all my throat stuff afterwards.
Don't say it. I know exactly what you're gonna say.
Well, it's true because
it's
I would
not that type of podcast.
Okay, fine. See, like that. Okay, so this episode is up to me to come up with a topic.
What's the podcast about?
This podcast is called I Love You, I Kill You. It's a true crime, relationship, love, murder podcast.
Oh, wouldn't that be good if we were giving relationship advice? I think we'd be pretty terrible at it, but that would be fun. So if anyone wants to give us some issues.
Whoever's listening right now, send us an email at I love you, I kill you podcast at gmail.com.
You really set that up. God, you're professional, aren't you?
Yeah, love I kill you podcast at gmail.com. That's all, yeah. So this podcast is about reading stories based on a certain topic that have to do with like either a murder or horrible crime.
That was really unclear.
Can you explain it?
Okay. So every week, or for 3 weeks so far, we're going to tell each other what's annoying us about one another and come up with murder stories based upon the annoyance.
Yeah. Well, we're also like reading real stories and like based on our topics. Like this week is
so unclear.
No, we're reading stories. Like I have a few stories prepared based on this topic, and it's all around the topic of skiing or snowboarding.
Okay. So you put in the work because I was supposed to do skiing. I was like, nope, there's none.
Okay,
I was supposed to do last week. So
it's true. What was last week's again? My mom? No. What the hell was it? Boredom. Okay.
You kept talking to me about June, which might I say you've still done this week. You literally just before we filmed this, you were talking to me about June.
But I was just.
I don't.
My brother is talking about it too. He calling me on the phone. I'm like, what are you doing? You trying to burp?
Doing a little sneaky burp. Thanks for drawing attention to that.
Like my grandfather's in the hospital. My brother calls me and he's like, "Are you gonna see Dune?" It's kind of horrible, but whatever. So I've prepared 3 stories. But first, let's talk a little bit about skiing. What?
So my skiing annoys you, or are you just picking something this week
just
that we
picking
do
something because we were going skiing a lot, and we were thinking like, oh, what would be really cool? I think like we don't really annoy each other when we go skiing. The only thing maybe that I think I annoy you is that I'm not as fast as you. So sometimes you have to wait.
Doesn't annoy me. You know what annoys me, and I've gotten better. I've become more patient because the first time I ever went skiing with a snowboarder, I didn't really understand the concept of snowboarding. Like I didn't understand why they had to strap in their boots and couldn't just have like clip-ins, like like skiers. I mean, technically you can now if you're really rich, but it annoyed me having to wait at the top of the slope, and I used to think, God, you're so slow. So now I'm better because I don't think that. Well, I do think it. But
would you be like you're so slow every single time?
Well, I do get a little impatient waiting. So if anything, that would be the thing that annoys me the most. But I can tolerate it.
So if up to you, you just strap my feet down on the board and shoot me down the mountain. I guess that's what I do.
Well, anyway. I'd have clip-ins like my skis. So you just like.
Yeah. Why? How come there aren't clip-ons?
There are, but they're pricier ones.
Oh, are they?
I mean, they're not on like boards that you've had for 15 years. No, that's for sure.
The snowboard I've used is the same board I've used for like since I was like 16. I haven't grown much since I was 16. 6'2".
Malnutrition.
No, I'm 6 foot. So anything annoy me about you? No. I remember.
Go too fast and leave you.
You're really fast, actually. But I remember one thing I appreciated was I remember we went skiing, and as we were going skiing, I got the flu or something. I was like slowly getting sicker and sick.
You thought you were hungover.
I thought I was hungover, but it turns out
I had COVID.
I had COVID. Yeah, it wasn't the flu. And I was getting sicker and sicker and sicker on the mountain to the point where I'm like, just go without me. I'm just going to lie down on this bench. And then I was just like collapsing on this table just by myself for and you were just having a great time on the slopes.
Yeah.
And then you had to drive us home, which was quite treacherous because it's a long drive. No, the drive is long.
Okay.
It's treacherous.
I thought you were saying that my drive was
drove
treacherous.
Fine.
How rude. Yeah.
So there's nothing really annoying us about.
So what you're telling me is you've completely missed the brief of the podcast.
No, because we can come up with ways we would kill each other on the hill.
Oh, okay. I see. So you've got 3 stories for me?
I got 3 stories. You got to pick which one. So I'm not going to tell you which one is fake and which one is real, okay?
So 2 are fake and 1's real?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
So they could all be real or they could all be fake. Maybe they're all fake because I couldn't find any stories. Let us see.
Do you want me to specify or do you want me to...
Will it ruin it?
No, 1 is fake.
Okay.
1 is... And the 2 are real.
Okay.
Okay, because this is going to be... I like these stories a lot. Okay. So... Story...
Are you just giving me the headline or are you...
I'm going to read the story. Story number 1. The murder of Spider Sabik. Why are you laughing?
Sounds like a really legitimate name.
Spider Sabik. It's his nickname. So on the afternoon of March 21st, almost to this date, March 21st,
Okay, not
1976, in the idyllic ski town of Aspen, Colorado, a gunshot echoed through a chalet. Olympic skier Vladimir Spider Sabic was found dying in the bathroom. A gunshot wound to his abdomen. The person who fired the gun, his live-in girlfriend.
This sounds like a reverse Oscar Pistorius.
Oh yeah, because he was a
He was like an
Olympian. He has no legs, right?
Yeah.
So he would be bad skier. No, he'd be good.
No, but he was like in the disabled Olympics, and he shot his girlfriend in the back.
Yes, it's true.
So it's
So-
reverse.
His live-in girlfriend, which just doesn't make sense. Live-in girl, like what does live-in girlfriend mean?
I think that means like common law.
Oh, okay. French singer and actress Claudine Longuet.
Is she from Quebec?
Longuet claimed the shooting was an accident, that the gun went off while Sabic was showing her how it worked. That's a good excuse. I was just showing me the gun, officer.
Pointed at his head.
However, investigators found inconsistencies in her story, noting that Sabic was shot from a distance of at least 3 feet. Hey, look at this.
Yeah, but 3 feet.
It's not
Well,
that far.
I'm 6 foot, pretty much. Half me.
Yeah.
How close do they want them to stand together? Do they want their nose touching as he's showing her how to use a gun? Like you would stand 3 foot apart.
Yeah,
if
you
were
would if you
teaching
wanted.
someone.
It's true. Yeah. Like this is 3 feet.
No,
4 feet?
like our knees are probably 3 feet.
Okay.
So that's if I would be like, hey, here's a gun.
Oh, it's true. Yeah.
Like,
That.
you're not gonna like be touching butts, are you?
No.
Okay, continue.
Some good gunplay touching butts.
Backwards, showing them how to do it over the top of their heads.
So shot from a distance of 3 feet, and that he was wearing swimming trunks at the time. An unlikely outfit for a gun lesson.
But you're always in pants, no matter what we're doing at
But
home.
this is swimming pants. Like, was he swimming
He's
in?
maybe got back from the hotel pool.
Oh, maybe. But that's like a good time to
Maybe
like.
there's a hot tub. Well,
May-
yeah, maybe they got to talking in the hot tub, and he was like, "Oh, like I'll show you how to use the gun." You're always in your underpants here.
But I'm not in my swimming pants here.
Yeah,
I'm
because
not
we don't
coming
have a
from the
pool.
pool.
We're poor.
Like this, huh?
We don't have a pool.
Well, if I was coming from the pool, the first thing I would do is like, "Hey, you hungry? You want to eat something?" And not, "Hey, let's go for a gun lesson."
Well, there's been times, for example, if we go to the pool in the summer and we come back and you've got your swim shorts on, you might go onto the balcony and have a barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so for example, if you're having a barbecue and the gas tank exploded and there was a news article saying he was in an explosion while in his swim trunks, it's not the most unusual thing if you've
sure.
been swimming.
No, you're right. Yeah, that's true. So.
Am I analysing this story too much?
No, it's great. Longuet's account also varied when she spoke with the responding officer and the emergency medical personnel on the scene. Despite the evidence, Longuet was only convicted of negligent homicide. Public opinion was divided as some believed her account while others believed her celebrity status played a part in the outcome. Okay, do you have any questions about the story?
No. I think I asked them all as we went. I interrupted you.
No, it's good. It's perfect. Okay, so let's see how... Is this still rolling? Okay, good.
A refreshment break.
Story number 2. So this story also takes place some in Aspen, Colorado, okay? Because it's a very big ski town. Aspen, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's like their version of Banff for Mont Tremblant. Mm-hmm. So, in the winter of 1994, a bizarre crime unfolded in Aspen, Colorado, involving a briefcase, a pair of friends named Lloyd.
Pair of friends. Okay.
A pair of friends, 2 friends.
Why did it say a pair of friends?
Like
Did you write this? Did you write this?
No!
Who says a pair of friends?
I'm also removing some words because I don't want to like reveal too much. Like, so I'm like
Okay.
cutting words out a bit.
So this is a real one then.
No. Okay, just listen to the story. Okay, fine. I'll read the. I'll read
No,
the whole.
you do you.
Colorado and in the winter of 1994, a bizarre crime unfolded in Aspen, Colorado, involving a briefcase, a pair of dim-witted friends named Lloyd and Harry, and a woman named Mary Swanson.
So now that you say it in a full sentence, a pair does sound better. It sounded a weird way of phrasing it.
So Lloyd, a limo driver, becomes smitten with Mary, a passenger he drives to the airport. Mistakenly believing she left a briefcase behind, he takes it. He and his friend Harry decide to return the briefcase to Mary in Aspen. Unaware it was deliberately left as ransom money that was inside the briefcase for her kidnapped husband. So they see the briefcase. He falls in love with the woman. He grabs the briefcase and is like, we need to bring it to this woman to where she's going. Right?
Question.
Yeah.
Can I ask questions now? I've got
Yeah.
to wait to the end. So you said that he was dropping her to the airport.
Yeah.
And they'd been in Aspen, and then you said
No. He was dropping off at the airport. She was flying to Aspen.
Oh, on the way to Aspen.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was like, she was flying, leaving Aspen, but okay.
Yeah.
So this guy's gone to Aspen to give her the briefcase.
He's gone. So during their journey, they unknowingly, hold on.
That's not really how ransoms work, though, is it? Like, if you just got into any random taxi and left a briefcase full of money, how would they go?
No. She left it in the airport, in public. So someone would just pick it up. You know.
So this guy isn't driving her to the slope. He's just driving her to the airport.
Yeah, driving her to the airport, and she's flying to Aspen.
Okay.
So
did she get a limo because her skis were too long for a car?
I don't know. So
that was good.
That was good. So the trouble began when Lloyd, he found the discarded briefcase containing the money. He didn't know the money was in there, so he thought it was lost property. He and his friend Harry go on a mission to return it to its owner. Unbeknownst to them, this act of supposed goodwill launched them into a perilous web of deceit. The briefcase was not mislaid. It was the key to a sinister kidnapping plot. Mary's husband had been abducted, and the briefcase held ransom payment. As Lloyd and Harry ventured across the country, their every move disrupted the kidnappers' plans. However, their lack of awareness of the true stakes led to confusion and dangerous entanglements with law enforcement and a ruthless hitman.
Okay.
The climax.
God, you really tell me the full story, aren't you?
It's a good story, though. The climax unfolded in the snowy slopes of Aspen, where tensions erupted in a desperate chase. Amidst a collision of motives and mistaken identities, the briefcase exchanged hands multiple times, leaving lives hanging in balance. Yet, in a stunning twist of fate, the paths of all those involved converge at a hotel bar, setting the stage for a gripping confrontation that will ultimately determine the fate of the missing husband and expose the unsettling truth behind the Aspen extortion case. So basically, in the end, the FBI was following them all along, and they came together and they were like tracking everything, and then they caught the kidnappers in the end.
Okay.
And the money was taken. Any questions?
I'll hold my judgments until later, until I've heard the third story.
Okay.
But I find it a little far-fetched for a few reasons. Firstly, if you were kidnapped, I wouldn't think, oh God, you know what I need now? A ski holiday. I wouldn't fly off to Montremelon or Banff. The thing is, she could have dropped it at the airport and then left the airport. She didn't need to get on a flight.
I think there were specific instructions from the kidnappers.
Why do they give a fuck whether she's in Aspen? She could fly to bloody Portugal or anything.
There's a lot of details. I've read this whole page. There's a lot of details.
The next problem I have is that those two guys...
Yeah?
What are you laughing at?
Yeah?
It sounds like a movie plot.
Okay.
And they remind me of the two guys from Home Alone. Like, you know, the two stupid guys who break into the house. So either they're fucking idiots in real life, or they're similar characters in a movie. They've even got one of them. What are their names again?
Why?
Because one has the same name as that guy, no?
What, in Home Alone? No, it's not Home Alone.
No, it's not Home Alone.
Harry and Lloyd.
Yeah, Harry.
Oh, yeah, Harry. It's true.
Yeah, so that's why they remind me of him. And I just don't think the FBI would use two idiots to catch the ransom. They could have had an inside man take the case by accident. It's like, why would you rely on two idiots?
I don't know. It's really ridiculous. It's a really interesting story.
My next. So they drove the limo across the country.
No. He works at a limo company.
I know, but you said they drove across the country, so they must have driven something.
Oh my god. No, they drove a car. It was like a van. They drove.
So whose van was it?
It was Harry's van.
But Harry's the limo driver.
No, Lloyd's limo driver.
Lloyd's. You sure?
Yeah.
What type of van was it?
Why?
Because Lloyd the limo driver, I was wondering whether it was like Harry the Honda driver.
No, oh no! Oh, that's funny. So no, Harry. So Harry, this is okay. Wait, he writes it here. Harry, he was an owner of a pet grooming business.
Oh, so it's a pet grooming van. This is the plot Dumber and Dumber. So I see what you're doing here. You know I remember nothing about movies, so you're tricking me by picking a movie plot.
And not any of the images or anything.
So you know the only reason I guessed it was Dumb and Dumber, I did think to myself, they're like two idiots, like Dumb and Dumber. Was I even going to say Dumb and Dumber earlier as a comparison? But the pet grooming van, it looks like a dog, right?
Yeah.
It's got big ears.
Yeah.
That was good. But now you don't need to tell me the third story.
Oh, I'll tell you the third one. Oh, that's the fake one. I'll tell you the third one for the sake of fun. It's a really short.
I don't know what the fake one is.
Oh, that was funny.
I know you really enjoyed that. You were rolling around on the floor.
Oh my god, that was so funny. You were like, did they drive the limo across the guy? Because I'm like, oh, okay, you're getting to where it'll be revealed. You know, I was laughing so. Whew. Any more questions about?
That's a good idea, actually, because I've seen that film and I do not remember it quite clearly. I've probably seen it 5 times and I quite clearly don't remember.
I know everything about that movie. Like I was pretending to read details.
Yeah.
Whew.
Playing on to my terrible memory of films.
No, that's good. Story number 2. Oh, sorry. Story number 3. Last story. February 2014. This also takes place in Aspen. The Aspen community.
What's the thing with Aspen?
I don't know. It's all the
Was
Aspen.
Dumb and Dumber actually to do with Aspen?
Yeah, they go to Aspen. They go Aspen.
Why does she go to Aspen when her husband's been?
Because so the person that's dealing with the situation turns out to be the person that actually kidnapped the father, the husband.
So the FBI guy.
So no,
The hostage.
the FBI, they didn't want the police involved at all. But secretly, there's an FBI tailing this thing in a side plot. But I think they live. I think they're from Aspen or some shit. Like they're all there and hanging out. What are you doing, your stomach?
Do you think? The microphones can pick up stomachs from them.
Maybe. Okay, like the last story. Aspen community was rocked by the brutal murder of socialite Nancy Pfister.
Well, if I hadn't heard the second story, I would be suspicious.
Pfister, the daughter of Buttermilk Ski Area founders, was found bludgeoned to death in her home. The case initially baffled investigators as Pfister was a beloved figure. Suspicion fell on William Styler and his wife Nancy, a couple who have been renting Pfister's home while she was away.
Why do you say Pfisters like that?
Like what?
Like most people say people who've been renting Pfister's home while they're away, and you're like people who've been renting Pfister's home while you're away.
The Stylers, along with Catherine Carpenter, were arrested and charged with Pfister's murder.
Why Why are you drawing attention to it?
In a shocking twist, Carpenter confessed a crime alleging that she acted alone. William Sider would later hang himself in a jail cell. Carpenter later stated she falsely confessed to protect the Stylers, but was found guilty by jury and sentenced to life in prison. This was a sad story.
It is a sad story.
So, Dumb and Dumber is the fake one.
I'm so pleased I worked that out.
Yeah.
We did. Was
I
there a
was
point that you didn't think I would work it out?
No, because you're getting close. And I knew if I told you the car, you would. Because you're asking, like, what were they driving in? And I was like, I don't know. Like, I was trying not to tell you.
It's pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
Science skills. So, how would you kill me skiing or snowboarding?
Oh, man. I think...
Without killing yourself.
I know, right?
So that's the difficulty, isn't it?
It is. Well, I guess what I would do is I would... Like, you go really fast, though, so I couldn't catch up to you. But what I could do...
Okay.
What?
I just had an image of you chasing after me.
And I'd be like, I can't. But I would try to push you off the side of, like, okay, you know in Bromont, there's to go, when we go up the hill and then we go on the other side of the mountain, like the smaller chairlift side. And the green track, it has, like, a path that goes really flat, right? You know where I usually slow down? And then on the right side, there's, like, just a cliff. With like
there is.
It's a cliff with like like there's like a wooded fence.
Oh yeah, there is.
And I could just like I could pretend I hurt myself and I could be like just like bash you off.
I think I would just fall really bad and get hurt though. You know what I would do? I would work with the ski lift operator. So let's imagine I was having an affair with the ski lift operator. Okay. Or all of them at once because there's about 10 of them.
Yeah, there's like 40.
What I would do is I would like cut the strings on the chairlift, that hold the seat on place. So it's a really, really thin string holding it. Or I would like automate it and use my engineering skills to like make it like a little switch so that I can get it to cut itself.
Oh,
whenever I want.
But it's not like a rope, it's like steel.
Yeah, no, that's why I'd make it like a stitch. So it would just like
but then
unlock.
The whole thing would fall.
You've not listened. It would just be your car. So what I would do is when we were getting on the chairlift, I would accidentally miss it and fall, and I would have made it so that you were on it by yourself. And then that steep bit where we always get stuck and it blows in the wind. So there's a really, really, for all the people listening, there's a really steep bit on the chairlift that has like rocky cliff underneath. And it always seems that when we're going over that bit and it's blowing a blizzard up the top of the mountain, that the chairlift stops and we swing side to side. So I'd stop the chairlift there, let you swing side to side for a few minutes because you'd be pooping your pants because you'd be by yourself. Maybe throw a few snowballs at you just to really annoy you. Okay. And then I'd activate the switch to cut the car off and you'd fall down.
Damn, that's a lot of thinking. I think I have a similar way but easier way.
Okay.
So let's say we get on the chairlift, both of us. We have to make sure it's only us though. And then we go to the top. We're about to get off. As we're going up, I secretly like attach like a rope to your like jacket or something. Like I tie something around you, and then I tie the other part to the chairlift, but I give it some slack. So when you get off the chairlift, you go, but then it drags you back.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And then you're like, and you're hanging. But the thing is, like,
but then I'm hanging.
No, it's like the first day of our diet, so we're still heavy, So it snaps.
The whole chairlift snaps because of my weight. You're making me sound like the 1,000-pound sister.
No,
or something.
the rope snaps on the highest peak.
I've thought of an even easier way. So when you're about to get off the chairlift, especially from the P5 side, it's pretty steep just before you get off, and we lift the barrier and we just pray for our lives that we don't fall off. I would just stamp down in your snowboard.
Oh no! And then
I would take my ski off and hit your snowboard down, and you'd just fall because it's strapped to your foot.
That's like a 50-foot drop.
And I would do it this year where there's no snow covering the rocks. I'd wait for an El Nino year.
An El Nino year. I'd throw you where the bras are.
The bras into the bra tree.
Yeah. There's a tree on the ski lift we go on, and like there's one section where for some reason people throw a ton of bras on the trees, and we're always like, haha.
Bullet nips.
How long are we done? Oh, perfect. Okay, we're done then.
Yep. Before we bore anyone.
No.
Thank you for coming. We've survived another week. Maybe we will. Maybe we won't do another week. Let's see how insistent and persuasive Gabriel can be.
Yes. And folks, please send an email if you can to ILOVEYOU@Gmail.
If you want relationship advice, if you want us to talk about any particular annoyances, if you want Gabriel to shut up or me to shut up, ILOVEYOUpodcast@gmail.com.
I think this is the best step. So I'll see you guys.
Fuck off. Every episode, I think this is the best episode. Okay.
I love you guys. Bye.
Wait till you hear my stories next week.
Oh.
Bye.